cannot win, Revan.
Pudu, tunirama na praka donkod searcha, chupapanki.
Hey, it's about time you started to regain consciousness.
Watawama muliri, kin kun chopeshwa, no ba mule raji, jone yuturi yanchi, either bola unchi chinek, ba muli selima wanga kun bitkin.
Whatever it is, it's a dream. Snap out of it.
Selima wanga kun bitkin.
You can relax. You're safe here.
Mucho shakapaka.
We could save the introductions for later. What matters now is we get you on your feet. There you go.
Tonki ba non tontek.
I think you suffered a massive concussion, which knocked you clean out cold. Your vision will return. Just be patient. See, I told you to come back. I'm Kobayashi. Let me be the first to welcome you to the Orion.
Hakuji kopa? Jino mularak kampiak, slimjo puanwanduana?
This ship ain't no Republic vessel. Hasn't been for a long time. The Orion's a smuggling vessel, one of the best. Although, you've come at a bad time, really. She's in a bit of a mess at the moment. Don't ask, it's a long story. Still, the Orion has at least the most basic functionalities operational, which couldn't be said for the battered mess of a ship we found you in.
Ni bajoni yo la wish, dopayumas pasen lapti non gotu.
We found you floating dead just off the Arroyo sector. Your ship had suffered massive damage. Looked like it got caught in an explosion of some kind. Your condition was even worse. Figured you'd been unconscious for days. Normally, I'd put it all down to luck, but with you, it's something else. You're not just a normal Sith, are you? You're a Force user.
Selima wanga kun bitkin.
Don't worry about that. Just know that I mean you no harm.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kava dumpa kupaliaya moka pata.
Just relax. This isn't an interrogation. I don't care what you know.
Ni bajoni yo la wish, dopayumas pasen lapti non gotu.
There's a rulebook that says you need a reason to help people now? You were messed up and needed all the help you could get, so we gave it to you. You see a problem with that?
Kipuna na bonsha. Kava dumpa kupaliaya moka pata.
Then let's be grateful that Sith's ideology isn't the ruling one. Otherwise, we both wouldn't be here having this conversation.
Pudu, tunirama na praka donkod searcha, chupapanki. Ni bajoni yo la wish, dopayumas pasen lapti non gotu.
Don't look at me. I'm not exactly an expert. Wait, it appears we have some company.
Skronki do patslimo, chi itakanki channa kilikon. Kinba muli radwanaji, kinba noku nixet abog.
How thoughtful of you, Drix, but put the weapon away. We don't want to make a bad impression on our guest.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muli ra, tangi wama jikona. Donki pa noku nek abog.
She's a Sith, that much is obvious. I checked the transponder codes of the ship we found her in. It definitely was one of the Sith supply freighters, though I still haven't determined the cause of the structural damage, nor the reason behind why she was alone.
Hava! Yun patisa! Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku!
As much as I would love to agree, I doubt we're important enough to even register as a concern to the Sith. I'm guessing she got separated from the main fleet during a battle or something, which would explain the damage to the ship and her unconsciousness.
Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku! Uba baska dwana chichopa muska! Kakincha nawabagaon! Kinba nikcha lora kun!
No, I don't think she's one of those Sith. She's probably just like the captain. Figure she doesn't pose a threat to us, or she would have done something already.
Chachiska. Topa na otovo casa. Chiwi aita ka chongchicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tonki pa nonku nek abog baba Hassan shan. No ba muri ra jilai kuka.
I'll make it a priority.
Chachika don mulaka wata yumaka wamahona nek. Ashantik don unumanig patoka wana kuna best chinga pala multonki.
Don't think too much on it. It was nothing. Besides, you said yourself that your ability to command the Force is diminished, so why would you be a threat to us?
Ni bajoni yo la wish. Dopa yuma pasen lapti non goto.
Then take this experience as proof that your Sith ideology doesn't provide every answer to the questions life throws at you. But enough about that. We have to see the captain. He's not the type you want to keep waiting. Come on, I'll give you the grand tour I gave to all our Sith outcasts. Ready to see the Orion, Miss?
Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Gu. Yuma wamanibo lora waisha waga shichi.
Master, there you are. I have waited and waited patiently in your quarters for you to perform much-needed maintenance on my strained joints, yet you do not arrive, and after searching high and low for you, I find you here. What is your explanation? Oh, I see the Sith has awakened. Master, why is she not restrained? Unless you are willing to jab her with the stun baton should she decide to damage my superior craftsmanship, I would advise that you place her safely behind the energy field of a force cage.
This is SOZ-3, my supposed assistant. I suspect I've crossed one too many wires during my fine-tuning of his rusty innards, as he seems to alternate between the role of master and droid on an almost daily basis. I call him Burble for short.
Mucho shakapaka.
Master, the Sith is of secondary importance. I am your primary concern. Perform the promised maintenance. I will accept no further excuses.
Don't have time. Gotta see the captain. You're welcome to come, just keep the complaining to a minimum.
Master, every day you discover new ways to disappoint me.
What's wrong with you? Why did you just shoot my droid in the face?
Dong abuk shami no nok.
This is Mechanique, the Orion's resident mechanic. When he's at the Juma, he's pretty wild and pretty unpredictable. You should just stay away from him until he sobers up. Actually, just stay away from him, period. He's usually like this with the new guys, but when the captain brings you into the fold as a crew member, he'll wise up and stop it with the insults. Well, mostly.
Tongki ba non tontek.
Most here won't judge you on what you were, but on what you can become. If you stay true to your oaths, you can fit in here. No doubt about it. This one is different, I think. Not a monster like Revan or Malik, but just someone who's made a few bad decisions when choosing who to follow. Everyone makes mistakes. It's just our nature.
Dong abuk shami no nok.
Not before you repair my droid. If you start now, there's a chance you could finish in time to get some sleep tomorrow night instead.
Wango kung bes gang ba mamarulira.
We can waste time with Mechanique later. The captain awaits us.
Tang itwama ji human act inkatune. John mulira tong ba akat intutune. Chino mulira ni lubo tong kimba. No kunetsak. Da hupa da tenya ji jojo piti. Just cranky to patslimo. Chi itakanki chana kilikon. Kimba mulira dwana ji. Kimba no kunitsak abog.
I'm sure it's nothing. Now move aside. I need to speak with the captain.
Chiwak aita kanki jiyokaku. Uba paska dwana chichopa muska. Kakincha nawabagaon. Kimba nicha loda kun.
I don't suppose it's too much to ask why. Nah, of course it is. We can continue our tour when the captain's finished with you. Just come find me when you're done. I'll be in my quarters. Or maybe I'll just come and find you. Take it easy.
Kava! Yun patisa! Chiwak aita kanki jiyokaku!
Ako chiko pa? Gino mularak kampiak. Slim jo puan dwana.
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay thaudonga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampongpa bolawan na chikni. Pamul slik mo poda na wanga kun bist mulira best. Tong hay tuam jiji yumalith pa ang ningkotu. Tulpada bunk walya gando danago chuchut. Kachi chu ay thaudonga. Yumalith ka inkotun. Chilo mulira de bobo. Unka kun biskang. Pamulara.
Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yumawama nibo Lora Waisha waga shichi.
Karatumpa kunpa yiya paata. Bonanay kachu. Yinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong na punsha nyunyang. Kavavol pa mulchi kamana.
Hachu apanki. Jishawa anibong kasha chonasi ichua byongbo Johnny. Minamambato mule ra. Hakugri katgodara parabola.
Chibedwana ni bobo. Tonk na bung shanun yang. Tonk patogas maktelia.
Ni bajoni yo lak wish. Dopa yumas pasen lakti no good.
Achuta. Wanga kun pistol piking kunyana. Tong patogas maktelia.
Tangabun shan nang. Wanga kun bist kin ba mulara choni yun tun jiji ida dwana. Kava volpa mulji gumana?
Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kun bes. Jink palamul tonk king ba na kongkek. Tung ting ta chun kun nek mulira best.
Ako jikopa? Gino mulara kampiak. Slim jo puan dwana?
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay thaudonga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampongpa bolawan na chikni. Pamul slik mo poda na wanga kun bist mulira best. Tonga bug sham uninong. Wanga kun bist king ba mulira. Juni yun tun jiji ay thadwana. Kavavol pa muljui. Kamana. Inkin kuno ba mulira chinkun. Tong ay tun kun ching. Ni bobo jimata. Ni bunaje. Dolpi kiknyunyan.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wana kumbes. Chi pala mulek. Tong ki pa nagnonek. Tu nikton chun ki nemolek rabest. Ufmala ni bokurk.
Karatumpa kunpa yiya paata. Bonanay ba mulirachi kun tong na punshan yunyang. Kavavol pa mulchi kamana.
Hakuji kopa, Gino mularak kampiak, slimjo puanwandwana.
Yin kin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong hai tun kun ching. Ni boboji mata, ni punaje. Dolpi kiknyunyan. Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kumbes. Jink palamul tong king ba na kongek. Tung ting tachun kun nek mulirabest. Kuya mi juz kachita. Naipatoga ya fulki kukula jiji. Kawana bota aayut tagwa. Kankidora dikun watati mana ithabula.
Tangabun shan omnang. Wanga kun biskin ba mularak. Choni yun tun jiji ida dwana. Kava vulpa mulji gumana.
Kachichu aitha haudunga. Yinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Slima podona. Rundi haudonga kun hunkabi.
Rundi ichawa tongbola Johnny Gu. Yumawama nibo lora waisha waga shichi.
Yinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong hai tun kun ching. Ni boboji mata. Ni punaje. Dolpi kiknyunyan. Tonga bugsham uninong. Wanga kun beast king ba mulira. Juni yun tun jiji aithadoana. Kavavol muljui kamana.
Hachu apanki. Jishawa anibong kasha. Jonasi ichua byongbo Johnny. Minamamato mulera. Hakugri katgota parabola.
Mucha shak pangpa. Inkin kuno ba mulri rachikun.
Hakuji kopa. Gino mularak kampiak. Slimjo puanwandwana.
Karatumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Punanay kachu. Yinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong na punshan yunyang. Kavavol pa mulchi kamana. Yinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong hai tun kun ching. Ni boboji mata. Ni punaje. Dolpi kiknyunyan.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kava dumpa kupaliaya mokapata.
Ako Jekopa. Gino mulira king pajak. Slimo poidwana.
Achuta. Unga kun bis dolpi kikoyana. Tong patugas aktelea. Ikukumo no ba mulira chikun. Tong hit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata de punage. Dolpi kikiuana. Hakupa Jekopa. Gino mulira king pajak. Slimo podwama.
Yinkin kuno ba mulira chingkun. Tong hai tun kun ching. Ni boboji mata. Ni punaje. Dolpi kiknyunyan.
Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Dong nabung siya nunungya. Dong patukas magtalea.
Hammerhead-class cruiser Orion, this is Admiral Magnus Cole of the Formidable. Under the jurisdiction and authority granted to me by the Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Republic, I hereby place you all under arrest.
Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kumbes. Jink palamul tong king ba na kongkek. Tung ting tachun kun nek mulirabest.
You are harboring a Sith fugitive, denying her from facing punishment for crimes she has committed against the democracy she once swore to serve. She is also responsible for the murder of a respected Jedi Master named Darius Solomon during the Mandalorian Wars.
Karadumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Punanay kachu. Yinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong na punshan yunyang. Kavavol pa mulchi kamana.
Do not question my orders, criminal scum. Just follow them. Now, I want your full cooperation. You must relinquish the command of the Orion and surrender without delay or needless confrontation.
Ako Jekopa. Gino mulira king pajak. Slimo poidwana.
Then you leave me with few choices. You have chosen to defy my authority, and so you will suffer the consequences. I look forward to accepting your surrender, Drexel. I will be there personally to accept it.
Ajuta, wonga kun pistol piking kunyana, dong patogas magdelia.
Admiral Magnus Cole of the Formidable out.
Watana wamamulira, kenchunju bashak, no wapule mulira ji jonitun durji chiwi itato, bola una dichek, palamure slimo wanga kun pisching.
Chibedwana ni bobo, donk nabung shanum yang, donk patogas magdelia.
Hakupa chekupa, jino mulira kenpaija, slimo potwama.
Kavatumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Bonanay kachu. Yinkin kunoba mulirachi kun, dong nabun shanyunyang. Kavavolpa mulchi kamana.
Tong abog siya umnina, wanga kundis keng palemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idatwana. Kavavol pa mulje kumana?
Kipuna. Punanay kachu. Kimbano mulina natwana. Don kimbano kunek. Kavatumpa kun palya mokata. Wanga kun bis kimba mulira. Kakincha na kwagba kun. Kavatumpa kulpa yiya potenya.
Tune pudu. Ranunu prata doko shirkasha. Jum na apike.
Mucha hotonga ya fulki. Chachiska do punta casa bubaka. Banauto. Kipuna. Kavatumpa kulpa yiya mokapata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa yiya.
Mucha hotonga ya fulki. Chachiska do punta casa bubaka. Banauto.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon, wanakumbes, chi pala mulek, tongki pa nagnonek, tu nikton chun ki nemolek rabest, uf mala nibo kurk.
Ajuta. Wanga kun pistol piking kunyana. Tong patogas magdelia.
Kin?
Kavatumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Bonanay kachu. Yinkin kunoba mulirachi kun. Tong nabun shanyunyang. Kavavolpa mulchi kamana. Mucha hotonga ya fulki. Chachiska do punta casa bubaka. Banauto.
In the name of the Republic, surrender!
Mucha hatunga ya fulki.
Lucio may have been as stubborn as they come, but even he didn't deserve to die like that.
Kavatumpa kunpaliya mokapata. Onanay kachu. Tinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong na bunsha nyunyan. Pamuchi kamana.
Laboda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kumbes jingpama mulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Kuyabi just puna jitanai. Ina kunmama mulira rachikuni. Limo patona. Limo tonga chikokobi. Ocho apanki. Wana kumbes toki kunyana. All padoks matelia.
Ajuda. Onga kun pistol.
Limo patona. Smatelia. Rachikunita hodona.
Kipona. Kawatumpa kulpa iya mokapata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa iya.
Drexel, you have much to answer for. The blood of countless Republic soldiers is now on your hands. There can be no surrender. You must be punished for your crimes here and now, and only death will be sufficient.
Kipona. Kawatumpa kulpa iya mokapata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa iya.
I'm a patient man, Drexel, but your insolence has pushed me beyond my limits. You could have laid down your weapons and surrendered. You could have made things easy. But you had to resist. You had to defy my authority.
Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kumes. Chink palamur tong kimba na kongek. Tung ting ta chun kun nek muli rabes.
I would rather die than hand over the formidable to a criminal like you.
Kipona. Kawatumpa kulpa iya mokapata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa iya.
Men, shoot to kill. I want no survivors.
That was a battle that was completely unnecessary. Had he surrendered, he would have lived. A damn shame.
Kipuna! Kavatumpa kulpaiya moka paata! Chiyoka kutumpa kulpaiya!
What do you mean? The Admiral's dead. The Republic defeated.
Kachichu aitha hodunga. Yinkin kuno ba mulira chikun. Slima podonna. Rundi hodonga kun hunkabi.
Well, now that you mention it, I did. During the fight, looking into their eyes, I could see how determined they were to win. It was like something was constantly motivating them during the course of the battle, something we couldn't see.
Tong abuk shami nonok.
A Jedi? How do you know?
Tong abuk sha nagnong. Kin kun shin kin. Nikin kun na bule mule raji kun. Shuni yun ni jiji aldwana. Kavavolpa muli kumana.
I admit my knowledge of Jedi techniques is somewhat lax, but I've heard of battle meditation before. I thought Bastila Shan was the only Jedi to possess the ability.
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wuna henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok.
Then that explains why we aren't feeling any negative effects. Captain, what do you think to all this? What's our next move?
Achuta! Wonga kun pistol piking kunyana. Tong patogas maktelia. Yin kin kunoba mulira chinkun. Tong hait tun kun ching. Ni bobo jimata. Ni punaje. Dolpi kiknyunyan. Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kunbes. Chink palamul tong king ba na konkek. Tung ting tachun kun nek mulira best.
I'm glad to hear. Walking onto the Formidable without a reason is just asking for trouble, and I've had more than my share for one day already.
Ikukuno no ba mulira chikun. Tonghit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata ne punage. Dolpi kikyuana. O natipon ng kudu jijiba. Jipikaza. Dopa yung pache on jonejik yokolawish.
Then I guess that gives us a reason to invade the Formidable. Although, I still don't like my chances against the Jedi.
Kipuna! Kavatumpa ku palea muka bata! Jiyoka ku tumpa ku palea! Kavadumpa ku palea muka bata! Punana chaku! Ikung kono bule marachi kong! Tong nabong siya nunya! Kavavolpa mulji kuna!
Betrayer. Murderer.
What's wrong?
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokapata.
Haku chekopa. Gino mulira king pajak slimo poidoana.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata. Bonanakachu. Yin kin kun no ba mule rachi kun. Tong na bonsha nuyang.
Yin kin kun no ba mulira chinkun. Tong hait tun kun ching. Ni bobo jimata. Ni punaje. Dolpi kiknyunyan.
Rundi I chawa tong bola Johnny Ku. Yumawama nibo lora waisha waga shichi.
Listen, Sarah, you don't have to do this for us. I'm sure Ponda knew the risks, and I'm certain he wouldn't want you to forfeit your life like this.
Mucha shagpangpa. Yinkin kun no ba mulri rachikun. Kachichu aitha odunga. Yinkin kun no ba muli rachikun. Slima podonna. Rundi hodonga kun hunkabi.
Mucha shakapaka. Yi ki kun no ba mula draki chichon.
Kipuna! Kavatumpa kulpa yiya moka paata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa yiya.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya moka pata.
You don't fool me, Sarah. I can see why you want to go on that ship. It's not to rescue Ponda. It's the Jedi. Listen, I know how you must feel. You want to avenge your master, to strike back at the Jedi for what they did to you. But picking a fight against a Jedi when you can't feel the Force isn't called revenge. It's called throwing away your life. That's the worst thing you can do right now. The worst thing.
Tin umpa do punta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chabachi sa wanki. Ti toki grantu kon chichan kun green kanchan tu pro. Bok wala no bok cha. Nichi kun chuva kin lorta ikakun.
Are you sure it's not just a headache? Because, in all honesty, considering your condition, you should still be back in the med bay.
Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kin ba mule radwana. Don kin ba no kudnok nek. Kava numpa kumpialia monokata. Ranga kun bis kin no moruat. Kakin chana guana bokon.
So you're just going to charge with blasters blazing into a battle you cannot hope to win. Even without the Jedi, there will still be Republic soldiers on board the Formidable.
Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kin ba mule radwana. Don kin ba no kudnok nek. Kava numpa kumpialia monokata. Ranga kun bis kin no moruat. Kakin chana guana bokon.
Listen, there's a way to reach the Jedi and save the captive without firing a single shot. You will need my help. I'm probably going to regret this, but it's sure as hell the best chance you have of getting in and out without getting killed.
Blast it! What is taking the Admiral so long? They're only a bunch of space pirates. This is usually easy pickings for us. What can be different now? Now what?
Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
I am not interested in prisoners. We already have enough of them. Tell him to put it back where he found it.
Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
Damn pirates, scheming and underhanded, the lot of them. Bring her to me, and the commando as well. I want to hear of the Admiral's progress aboard the Orion.
Achuta, wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Dong patugas makdelia.
This better be good. This is good news indeed, Commando. If what you say is true, then it shouldn't be much longer before Admiral Cole at last captures the Orion's bridge. The sooner we get back to the Republic, the better, I say. The Outer Rim is so violent, so uncivilized. It all leaves a vile taste in my mouth. And now for you. So, you're turning your back on your allies and offering information to the Republic? Let me guess. In exchange for credits? You pirates switch allegiances too often. I don't like it.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wanakumbes chi pala mulek tonki pa nagnonek. Tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest. Ufmala nibokurk.
You will show proper respect to the captain, pirate scum.
Now, let us not mistreat our guest. I believe she has something important to tell us.
Mucho shakapaka, ye ki kun no ba muladra ki chichon.
You fool! I am the ranking officer aboard the Formidable. You will tell me the information.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokapata.
The Jedi? How did you learn one was aboard? Did one of my men talk?
Tangabun shan omnang. Wanga kun biskin ba mulara choni yun tun gigi either dwana. Kava vulpa mulji gumana?
Take her away. You, Commando, keep an eye on her.
Yes, sir. Prisoner, do not make any sudden moves or I swear I will...
Chinapala mule, tonki ba non tontek, tuni chachon kun ne mule brabast.
Aye, aye.
Glad to take that mask off. You think they'd have some sort of air conditioning system installed, but I know the truth.
Mucho shakapaka, ye ki kun no ba muladra ki chichon.
This is a Hammerhead-class cruiser, the same as the Orion. I'm guessing the layout will be pretty similar.
Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Gu, yumawamanibo lora waisha waga shichi.
And don't forget, we need to rescue Ponda Hatiba. I didn't see him locked up on the way in, so I'm guessing he's somewhere between us and the crew quarters.
Hakuji kopa, Gino mularak kampiak, slimjo puanwandwana.
Jabaso, uchuatanki. Tong patogs magdelia. Wanga kunbis toti kikunya.
Ponda, you idiot, we're here to rescue you.
Raboda ni unkis magdoma. Tukning nang kongkun na murira rabes. Wana kunbes. Kingba murira. Tongkingba nonkonek.
That's what we're here for. Brace yourself. I'm gonna shut down the force cage.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata, bonanakachu. Yin kin kun no ba mule rachi kun, tong nabun shanuyang.
Your priority, maybe, but I look after my friends. We've got to release him now.
Kipuna, bonanakichu. Kin ba mule radwana, tong kin ba no kunok nek. Kavanumpa kumpialia monokata, ranga kun bis kin no moruat. Kakin chanak wana pakon. Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Gu. Yumawamanibo lora waisha waga shichi.
You're right.
Uja shapangba. Yatuka uwan kinkun. Noba murira rachikun.
Hachu apanki. Jishawa anibong kasha chona si ichua byongbo Johnny. Minamambato mule ra. Hakugri katgota parabola.
Raboda ni unkis magdoma. Tukning nang kongkun na murira rabes. Wana kunbes. Kingba murira. Tongkingba nonkonek.
Sorry, Ponda, but she's right. Though, don't worry. We'll be back for you. So stay here, shut up, and hang tight.
Jabaso, uchuatanki. Tong patogs magdelia. Wanga kunbis toti kikunya.
Your Jedi should be beyond that door.
Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Gu. Yumawamanibo lora waisha waga shichi.
In that case, let me fight alongside you. You'll need all the help you can get against a Jedi, and the odds will be better with the two of us.
Ni bajoni yo lak wish. Dopayuma pasen lapti non goto.
But without your command of the Force, you're practically defenseless. How do you hope to defeat her?
Hachu apanki. Jishawa anibong kasha chona si ichua byongbo Johnny. Minamambato mule ra. Hakugri katgota parabola.
Then make it a hasty reunion. We haven't got long before the Orion completes its preparations and blows us both into space dust. And for what it's worth, may the Force be with you.
I have waited a long time for this day. A long time. I have waited for you, you who chose to betray the light and then give yourself to the darkness. I have waited for you, the root of all my sorrow.
Tangabun shan nang. Wanga kun bist kin ba mularak. Choni yun tun Gigi either dwana. Kava volpa mulji gumana?
I was one of the Jedi Knights tasked with destroying the Dark Lord Revan. Yet once I was amongst the Sith, I chose to depart from the strike team and devote my time to a new objective, searching for you. But somehow you managed to evade me, and I failed. When I narrowly escaped from Revan's ship before it exploded, I was cast adrift into space. Eventually I was found by the Formidable, and have since scoured nearby sectors for your presence.
Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kin ba mulera dwana. Dong kin ba no kudnok nek. Kava numpa kumpialia monokata. Ranga kun bis kin no moruat. Kakin chana guana brakon.
Torments! You know nothing of what you speak. You only know how to inflict torment, not suffer from it. You are a betrayer. You are a murderer. You are a Sith.
Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yumawamanibo lora waisha waga shichi.
Do not preach to me of the Jedi ways. You are no longer worthy to speak of them.
Tanga bok sha nak nong. Kin kun shin kin. Nikin kun na bule mule raji kun. Shuni yun ni Gigi aldwana. Kava volpa muli kumana.
You speak the truth, but that friend died many years ago. When she chose to forsake all that she was and embrace war. When she chose to murder the man who rescued, raised, and trained her. That man was Darius Solomon, my uncle.
Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yumawamanibo lora waisha waga shichi.
I know Solomon was one of the greatest Echani ever to be born. I know Solomon possessed a skill in combat that could not be matched, that could not be overcome. I know he was a legend. I know he was my uncle, and I know that you killed him.
Tangabun shan nang. Wanga kun bist kin ba mularak. Choni yun tun Gigi either dwana. Kava volpa mulji gumana?
And join the dark side, the Sith. I have seen what one must sacrifice to embrace that calling, and it sickens me. No, I will do what as a Jedi I should do. I will destroy Sith. I will destroy you.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kava dumpa kupaliaya moka pata.
You murdered my uncle, your mentor, Darius Solomon. The Sith must be destroyed and justice must be served. Death must be met with death. The force flows within you, yet you do not call upon it. What trickery is this?
Ni bajoni yo la wish. Dopayuma pasen lapti non goto.
No, you are wrong. I can feel its power flowing within you. In a way, you still remind me of him.
Dong abuk shami no nok.
Solomon. He was strong in the force, and so was his protege.
Tangabun shan omnang. Wanga kun bist kin ba mularak. Choni yun tun gigi either dwana. Kava vulpa mulji gumana?
Choice and consequence. One cannot exist without the other. When you chose Revan, the friend I grew up with was sacrificed. She ceased to exist.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kava dumpa kupaliaya moka pata.
Yet the gaping hole left by this sacrifice of identity was never replaced with a new one. Instead, I think you became something else. Something that cannot exist without Revan.
Pudu, tunirama na praka donko searcha chupapanki.
Only my uncle could answer that truthfully. Solomon knew you better than you knew yourself.
Pasen lapti non goto.
Which is why, in some ways, I feel sorry for you. You can never return to the individual you were, as now both Solomon and Revan are gone. That identity is lost forever.
Hachu apanki, jishawa anibon ka sha chona si ichua byongbo joni. Minamambato mule ra. Hakugri katgota parabola.
It does not matter. I have no regrets. When I leave this place, I will join with the Force as an individual, with an identity to call my own. And maybe, just maybe, I will find my uncle there.
Ni bajoni yo la wish. Dopayuma pasen lapti non goto. Shachika ton mulaka watayuma ka wamahona nek. Ashantington unumani patoka. Wana kuna best chinga pala multonki. Pudu, tunirama na praka donko searcha chupapanki.